Original sin.
You're
Knowledge. Knowledge works in different religions.
I'll trade you cameras.
It's the death of religion.
That is really good color representation. And I'm sure it's compressed like a motherfucker.
That's one of the best cameras.
Adam and Eve's kids went across the mountain, the boys, and got wives. I think they were the first Christians that recognized one true God. I will fucking eat your goddamn son! You goddamn faggot!
Who's the meanest motherfucker to ever be in this very ring? Who's destroying every man that's dared to step in his path? Who are you here to see tonight? Sing! Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Bear!
And the original idea for it was that it was going to be sort of a farce, a comedic farce, and it was also going to be a musical at the same time. There was going to be a wrestler called the Bear and another wrestler called the Twink, and it was going to play off this whole weird aspect of gay subculture and this perceived conflict between the two groups.
West Side Story with homosexual stereotypes.
But eventually, deciding to go in a different direction.
To put it simply, the Bear was definitely just probably the most exciting and depressing thing I've done as a filmmaker. The whole process, from beginning to end, was just a complete fuck up, to put it simply. Everything went wrong. This documentary is just a perfect showcase of just what independent filmmaking can be and which ways it can go, and it can go south really, really fast. The film originally started as most low-budget filmmaking does, is to say, okay, you write to what you have.
Logan ends up getting in touch with a local wrestling group.
Was in this fucking rat hole of an auto garage.
It was dirty, it was nasty.
Seeing something out of one of those old redneck cartoons where you're like not really sure if it's real or not. It looked like an old garage or something.
I find out there is a show that very night, a live show, interrupting our shoot.
So we were shooting during a match.
And the entire time, there's obvious tension between me and the owner.
Well, Fincher's remake comes out next month.
He's not really listening to Logan, right? They're just reacting. And starts this sort of speech about you can't throw around the words fake and set up and whatever, blah, blah, blah. You've got to be careful with your words around here. You got to watch what you say.
I have the owner of the place calling me a twat constantly for no apparent reason. And there's just this obvious tension the entire time I was there. And the only thing I could think of the entire time was just, I've got to get this next shot. Like, you know, I paid for this place. I have one night to shoot this, and they're having a show on top and letting me shoot in between the shows.
But I was feeling very like, this is getting a little weird. This guy seems a little pissed.
Fine. Sit there. Why are you even in this town? You ought to get out of here while you have the chance. Before the whole thing blows up and you can't even walk down the fucking street. Do you hear me? What you had here is gone. Talk to me! God damn it! Talk to me! What the hell is wrong with you?
So we end up getting there, and we're trying to get stuff done before the show actually starts. And none of the wrestlers are showing up that we need.
I have half my extras, I have half my wrestlers. I was missing my hardcore guy.
He was literally pulled out of the crowd.
And next thing I know, they had me out back, told me to take off my shirt, and started flinging fake blood all over me, and, you know, telling me that I was going to staple somebody's forehead a few times. And
Be my woman, girl, be my woman, girl, be my woman, girl, grab that shiny dollar in your hand.
I was changing from handheld to a dolly shot. The slider on my dolly actually fell off, and one of the random wrestlers there, for some reason, was poking his head into the ring, and it fell off and hit him in the head.
And it was completely on accident. It was completely on accident, and that's what started everything.
Got in my face for a good about minute and a half saying, "Give me your camera, I'm going to break it."
He was just like trying to be nice to him, and you can't do that with these people.
I started feeling scared for us. Not so much for us, but for our equipment.
And I remember some guy had just screamed at me for cleaning up the ring.
You think this shit is fake? And he slips on the blood, the fake blood, and he falls down. He's like, oh shit!
Drops kicks a paper towel roll out of my boom guy's hand.
And he kicks the roll out of Seth's hand, and then kicks my hand. And it's just kind of at that point where it's so ridiculous that I didn't move.
He walks out there and he looks at the audience, looks at the extras I had, and he says,
I'm sorry, y'all. I wasn't overreacting, was I? The guy with this straw hat comes up there and he goes, well, I think it was fucking retarded, or something like that. And he just like, and you went over here and you're slamming all this shit and going up to my buddy and doing all this. And he just like goes,
Fuck off! What the fuck off? What the fuck? Hey! What the fuck off? I will fuck the fucking up!
there's only like one crazy redneck guy that was going to stand up for everybody, and all of us were just being wimps, you know.
Pokemon playing
Cocksucker.
You Pokemon looking motherfuckers!
cocksuckers.
Pokemon playing bastard.
I will fucking eat your soul.
Eating souls
I will rape your mom and make you watch.
and raping people in front of their mom. It's pretty priceless.
You Pokemon playing cocksuckers! These guys are cool, huh? These guys right here. I will fucking eat your goddamn soul! You don't believe it? Yeah, these guys. I will fuck your mom and make you watch! They know these guys. He's okay. He's okay. He's just. Get the fuck off me! He doesn't know what's going on. These guys are okay. These guys didn't agree with it either.
You know, this guy is just a fucking 12-year-old in a man's body.
This is fulfillment of a 10-year-old boy being able to do this.
And we're all just looking like, oh my God. And, you know, I managed to capture some of it on video with my little point and shoot.
And when I came back in, it had transitioned more or less to dude, ring owner, yelling at Logan.
Hey, you listen here. You listen here.
We fucking let you all come in. You know, get out of fucking shit.
Apparently he told Logan that he was like, we're tougher than the mafia.
Wrestlers were just barking at us.
He went in my face and just screamed that I was calling wrestling fake all night to people.
You think this is not real? You think this shit is fake?
You think it's fake?
I was a little worried they were gonna go after Logan.
Had no reason to be doing what he was doing. It was kind of calming because it's like seeing just, I don't know, like a storm or chaos right beside you.
You ain't doing shit to me. You ain't doing shit to me. Get the fuck out of me. Get the fuck out of me. Next time the big shit to me. He's gonna pick up. I don't go. You can ask him. Keep her out of it. I was trying to keep her out of the middle of it. She I'm fucking using this. I took 30 best fucking shots at a pussy. Fucking pussy. You're a fucking pussy. You fucking piece of shit. What a big cowboy. You suck, kid. I was trying to keep her from getting squashed. I understand.
After that, I just tried to grab shit and get out.
And I go up to Logan and say, we have to get the fuck out of here.
I was scared as hell.
At the same time, it was perfect almost. I mean, I know it's terrible, like the production and stuff, but the fact that the wrestlers ran us out of town.
Yeah, fuck you, Pokemons! With his shirt off outside.
I get a call from the owner.
He was arguing with an absurd wall of bullshit.
Saying he's gonna sue me.
You know, we're gonna sue. I'm gonna go speak with the lawyer tomorrow.
The main reason for him getting upset, he kept saying on the phone, was that it wasn't anything I said or anything that I did. He said that I was a twat and I was twatish.
It was so sad.
He told me he knew where I lived. He was gonna come kill me.
Nut job
was about protecting the business.
Retard.
Stronger and more dangerous.
Renegade.
Than the mafia.
Mindfuck.
Sue me and he's gonna kill me on top of that.
Stay far fucking away from him because he's a lunatic.
I call the cops on him, saying I'm getting a death threat.
I know how his brain works. And unfortunately, I don't think it does work is the problem.
He admits that I wasn't making fun of wrestling.
You don't believe it?
He looks at me. And he looks at me and he just snarls and he goes, run. And I was like, I don't know what I did wrong here. I'm not sure what the problem is. I figure I got up too quick. That's the only thing that can go through my mind is I got up too quick, so I dropped back down. And he rolls out over the top of me. Now, he's not wearing standard wrestling boots with a decent little rubber sole. He's wearing biker boots that are, you know, big, thick, heavy things. And he lays about 7 of those into the back of my head. No protective mat on the ring. My face bounces off concrete. And it's not fake. It's not what you see on TV. He literally knocked me unconscious. I'm laying there just, I don't know what's going on. And he picks up a shard of a table, a big wooden table that got broken like 4 matches ago. Got kind of cast over to ringside. And I felt it hit me. I didn't know he picked it up. I didn't know he threw it at it. I felt it bounce. What I was told when I got to the back is that he pointed the jagged end of this table. And I can't really, I don't remember the table, but they said it was kind of like a, just a dagger. And he picks it up and he holds it above his head and he goes, well, apparently gravity caught it. I don't know. It didn't kill me. He said he wanted it to kill me. He said he wanted me to be dead. He hoped it had killed me. This was in front of people I knew. I was embarrassed. I was humiliated. I probably had a concussion. I wasn't in the right state of mind. And, I just kind of got up, walked to the back, sat down. I was horrified. This is not what I signed up for. This was my dream in smoke. This was the death of my dream. And I got told to go back into the locker room. Get back in the locker room. He looks at me and he goes, I guess I'll pay you for tonight. I got a phone call about 6 hours later from this person telling me he's going to come find me at my work and he's going to kill me. He's going to find where I live. Or even better, since he knows the manager of the movie theater, he's going to have the manager of the movie theater call him when I come to the theater so he can kill me at the theater.
Fine, go out there then. Let these bastards, these amateurs, beat your fucking head in. Well, this time you won't get up again. They'll tear you apart and not even think twice about it. You're different from them. You know I never gave a damn what you did outside this ring. I never tried to stop you. And if you go out there, you'll fucking deserve every bit of it! Nothing to prove! Nothing! Now just get the hell out of here, you goddamn faggot!
I'm driving home, and I literally just sort of get home, and I say, I need to go to the hospital. And I went to the hospital, and that's when the doctors told me I had a concussion.
After Saturday night's complete disaster, me only getting half my footage, and the huge fight that broke out, and basically just destroyed our relationship with these people, we had to go back the next day and film our dialogue.
There were two problems going on with the reason that production continued. The reason that production didn't just flat out stop there. The location that we wanted to shoot at, we had it for one more day.
Fine. Go out there and let those motherfuckers beat your fucking head in. You were my ticket out of here, and you had to go and fuck it all to hell. You goddamn faggot.
So I was really excited about it, and, it was a perfect part for me. Play somebody that's pissed off, because I had just left my wife like 4 weeks earlier, and I was just pissed off at the world, so I figured, I'd be really good at this.
It's fucked. The whole thing is fucked.
And I was told that he thought he had a concussion.
While I was being shown how to take a fall, I fell solidly on my head. Not once, but 3 times in a row. I remember parts of both days.
And she's banana.
Shit hurts, doesn't it?
It's an unnatural act.
Largely, my memory comes down to, I know that I had conversations with people. I have no idea what I talked about. I remember getting in the wrestling ring, and after seeing the footage, I know what I did. I saw what I did. And in some cases, I've got flashes of, I know I did that. But for the most part, it's just gone.
And I was like, well, what the fuck is he doing out with a concussion? You know? But later on, I found out that the director kind of goaded him into it.
I remember not wanting to do it at all, and he talked me into it.
We all agreed he was just being a pussy and didn't want to do it after all the stuff that happened last night.
Which, you know, might be my own fault. I bitch and complain a lot.
And half the things he says is bullshit, just to be completely honest. I love the guy, but it's true.
There was a point where I had to smack the guy. So
Look at me! Look at me! Shit! Fucking look at me!
he just turned around to the director and he called the director every name in the book.
Why don't you?
And I said to myself, this ain't in the script. So instead of rising above the assholism, I joined it. And I told the director, what was that quote?
I think you better get yourself another boy.
And I quit. You know, I should have rose above it, but I didn't. I fed right into it. It was Anger City.
After Phil's departure from the film and actually knowing Seth had a concussion, there was definitely the entire ride back was complete silence from me and Seth.
Logan and I were just pissed as hell at each other the entire way.
Like, I've never wanted to give up on a project so much in my entire life. It's a short film. You know, it's supposed to be a 6-7 minute short film. I just got finished shooting a film that took 6 months to make. And these 2 days were worse than every problem those 6 months combined. It was just absolutely horrible. And I wanted to give up. But I have this footage, like, I've got to do something with it.
On the way home, I ended up remembering an alternate location that we could use.
Actually, that night, I started calling people to recast.
And we ended up getting in touch with a different actor, Evan Cole. And Evan's a local Shakespearean actor.
We learned that he leaves on vacation for 2 weeks and a couple days, and that Seth is actually starting a new job where he has to shave his beard, which I was like, oh God. So we have like 3 or 4 days to find a new location and shoot.
And we ended up just butchering the hell out of the script.
We butchered the script because Evan Cole is an extremely different actor than Philip Horn.
The script got huge chunks of it cut, huge chunks of it put in, and you can tell so much of the dialogue sounds so artificial.
It was just like having something, it was just, you went through all this trouble, and it was just right there in front of you, just barely out of reach, and you could almost grab it. All the wrestling footage you see throughout the film is, at most, a second take. Almost everything you see is the first and only take that we took. There was just so much fucking tension there. They are real men, and that they're glad that they ruined my little film.
And then they think they won.
Not having a set. You're shooting on location. Any outside force can come in and just rape your shoot.
The most intense experience I've ever had.
This documentary is just a perfect showcase of just what independent filmmaking can be and which ways it can go, and it can go south really, really fast and just become something completely unpredictable and dangerous, extremely, extremely dangerous.
Shut up for being serious!
Yes.
We got please, I just want to do one thing and go home.
Hey, you agreed to this shit.
I really did.
This is director's fault.
Shut up and get over
The director has no direction.
Well, should they be roaring and no direction?
Shut up.
Seriously, quiet.
What the fuck?
Complete dead silence.
Yeah, hurry up, because you need to get the fuck out of here. This is a wrestling business. Hurry the fuck up. You're on my goddamn clock. Understand? You fucking twat.
Fucking faggot.
Get out of here!
Get out of here, you bitch fucking faggot! You got time for a good old-fashioned fag?
The bear was supposed to be a hometown hero. And when all of a sudden he turned out to not be what they wanted him to be, or not be what he was supposed to be, things fell apart. Everything fell apart. His life fell apart. His manager's life fell apart. The town fell apart. You don't see a cohesive unit. You don't see a specific enemy or a specific villain in this movie. You see this mob mentality, this broken society coming together to just crush this thing that it's not necessarily bad. It's not necessarily terrible. It's just different. It's just different. And all of the wrestlers that were there, all of these actual guys, these professional wrestlers, because that's what they are. They're professionals. I'm not going to say that they're faking it. I'm not going to say that they do things different. They are actual people who get up and get the hell beat out of them for a living. They latched onto this, and everyone seemed to think that the subject matter was fantastic. I guess they all just wanted me to be Mickey Rourke.